to Astute's time management workshop. You must have come across various online sources that helps you in managing your time, and yet you're not able to implement it. Why? So in this workshop, we will include what is time management, why you cannot manage, and thirdly, the techniques to manage the time. Simply put, it is the process of spending or allotting the time to the tasks in such a way that more tasks are completed in a less time, or should I say, more constructive works are completed in less time. Time management is not just useful for completing your work, but also to find time for recreational activities. Usually, when our time is not properly managed, this happens. You waste your time on social media till 2 a.m. in the night. You sleep late and then want to wake up late, but you have to go to the office, college or school. Then after pressing that snooze button for the 5th time of alarm clock, you wake up at 6, completing just 4 hours of sleep, whereas your body requires at least 8 hours. You take a bath and go to your work while still half asleep. You die to come to home because you are not feeling energetic and active at all. But by the time it's afternoon, your sleepy state no longer exists. Yet your tiredness persists. You then decide to go to the gym, but you come back leaving your workout half done, yet again feeling tired but not sleepy. So you go to the bed with the same distraction, that is social media, and the same thing repeats again the other day as well. While you would say that office or college or even gym are important, which I will agree, but what is more important is to delegate the appropriate time to the appropriate tasks when you and your body is ready to do that. In this example, which is discussed above, a person is constantly suffering because of his schedule of work against his bodily state, such as sleepiness, fatigue, etc. There are 2 techniques of time management which we will discuss in this section. The first one is the POSIT method. Now, what is POSIT method? It is the most powerful method to manage your time. In this acronym, P stands for prioritizing, O stands for organizing, S stands for streamlining, E stands for economizing, and C stands for contributing. Prioritizing means to put the things which are important to you on the piece of paper. You can mark them starting from the most important to the least important. After this, you can delegate the time to each task as per the requirement. Organizing is to strategize a plan on how you will set a goal to accomplish each task. Third is to streamline. It is those tasks that you may not like to do, but you have to do them in order to live properly. These may include taking bath, dressing up, having food, etc. Fourth is to economize. Things you may like to do, but it is not urgent, such as pastimes and socializing. Fifth is the contribute. The contribution towards society, towards your health, etc. With POSIT method, one can not only list down activities for the day, but also for the weeks and the months. Second method is Eisenhower method. US President Dwight Eisenhower once quoted, "I have 2 kinds of problems, the urgent and the important. The urgent are never important and the important are never urgent." Now think about this. If something is really important from a long time, it should not be quoted as urgent, because if it is really very important, you should have been preparing for it from a long time. Urgent, on the other hand, are the works that requires your immediate attention and action. So, an important work cannot be urgent. He gave this matrix called Eisenhower box in order to decide how to delegate your time effectively. First, take out the time for creating this kind of matrix. The upper quadrants require more of your time because it's urgent and important both. But the trap of the urgent looking non-important works are that it tends to take much of your time, and the 4th quadrant takes the rest of it. Hence, managing time creates a problem. As you can see, the important and the urgent work includes crisis, deadlines, accidents, etc. The important but not so urgent work includes examination preparation, wedding planning, seminar, etc. The non-important but urgent work includes interruptions, distractions, some calls that you have to take. Whereas The non-urgent and non-important works include TV, hanging out, pleasure activity, etc. You can benefit from these kind of metrics when you can successfully decide how to categorize your work. An example that can help you is going to the doctor for a blood test is urgent and important, so it should come to the first quadrant. Planning the family get-together is important but not urgent, hence it should go to the second quadrant. You can request anyone from your family or friends who is free to collect your report, or even you can do it. Hence, this task can be delegated. That is why this task would come to the third quadrant. And lastly, watching that movie can be dropped, at least for today if you're so busy. And this will come to the fourth quadrant. Similarly, if you can spend just 10 minutes of your day in the morning on this matrix, your whole day will be sorted. According to a very famous Pareto analysis, 80% of your tasks can be done in just 20% of your time, whereas the rest of the 20% of the tasks takes up to 80% of your time. If you apply this rule realistically, you will realize how your time is wasted. Let's talk about some real facts of time management. There will always be more and more work and less time because our desires are ever increasing. Hence, you need to learn how to drop some work and how to delegate some. Another unsurprising fact is you won't be able to finish all the work all at once. Hence, as they say, too many priorities means no priority. So guys, this was it for the workshop. Hope you liked it. Thank you.